Thank you, traders. Welcome to the 25th of May. Here we go. Hope you had a good weekend. Just the start of the trading week here. US is on holiday. Some thin trading on the ground. Let's just go over some of the start of market results and what we've been looking at. To start with Bloomberg. Going on about some of the continued China retaliations back and forth between US China here in Australia. We've been thrown into that as well. Hasn't affected the markets too much at this stage. I think it needs to wait and see what physical demand will be stopped, what physical tariffs will happen. That's the main thing that's on the spotlight for today. There. Looking onto gold, a little bit of a sell-off, nothing too major. We're still bullish on gold. US dollar's doing quite strong at the moment, and that's probably what's stopping gold from doing a continued rally. With gold at the moment, though, we're still naturally bull on it, given everything that's going on. To get up towards that 1800 plus, though, there is going to have to be some reason, some catalyst up there. Otherwise, it may just drift lower with some up spikes, buy-ups as it's going. So I'm still bullish on that, but not overly. Definitely not short on it, though, as we said last week. If you do see these overbought RSIs, definitely shorting up here towards 1800 is not that silly a trading strategy. Shorting if we get down below 1700, that is something I'd have to really look at and be careful of not getting stuck down there. WTI oil has continued its uptrend on the 4-hour here. As you can see, lots of strength. Little sell-off here with the overbought. I wanted to get in here with a quick little short and try and pipe it, but when I see overbought, I do get in, but you've got to reassess your strategy. And at the end of the day, glad I didn't, because as much as here is some profit, you never know. You could have shorted here and, still been lost. So WTI still looking strong. Whether the upcoming production figures will change that. There's still plenty of upside as shale comes back on and production comes back online, though, as we see reports of just what the production cuts were from other countries in OPEC, OPEC plus, OPEC plus plus. I think that'll give a further direction of oil. For now, though, I think we're over these really low bottoms, but there's always a potential of a revisit of some of these lower levels as well, especially with an overbought RSI. Moving on to Bitcoin, it has broke below our trend line, showing a short-term bearish pattern. We're still bull long-term. As I said last week, though, anything under 8.5 is when we will start looking at buying. Under 8, definitely. Under 8.5, just looking at. Sitting at 8,700 at the moment, so just keeping an eye on that. If we do get to these lower levels, we will look at accumulating further Bitcoin. This is a sell-off, though, that we were expecting, and if anything, I was expecting a more violent sell-off, which would have probably led to a quicker recovery. So this might just meander down and then at some point pump it up. We are still going to see over 10. I'm more than happy to go on record and say we are seeing over 10. It will happen. Just the fact that we have not seen some complete capitulation down here, which has then led to further sell-offs. There's still lots of strength in the market, and realistically for Bitcoin, coming down from 10, resistance. This is just normal trading, really. There's nothing about this pattern that's really abnormal. Crossing the MA lines, crossing the trend line, though, is a bearish indicator for me. So we will reassess this as it drops down lower as to accumulate further in there. As you can see, the RSI, though, any further sell-off will probably trigger, on the 4-hour at least, oversold conditions on the RSI. Altcoins on the weekend had a really, really good run-up. I hope you booked some profits with these. We looked at Sia Coin. We sold up here. This is on the 1-hour. So today we had a nice little profit on that one. We also looked at POWR over the weekend. As you can see for this one, you'll see it as well. Nice little bang. That was a beautiful little take there. Nem. Again, a bit earlier the peak, but still nice profit there. So that's the thing. So as much as waiting for Bitcoin to have its say and throw its weight around is always good, it's always good to keep an eye on these altcoins and just take note of these nice little profits. Make sure you take them and then move on. On the greater market, the ASX200 and shares in general are watch listed quite well today. There's only one red, money 3. That has actually done good over the past few weeks anyway. Still trading around that. I think it bottomed out at under $1.50, so that's still been a very good return for us as well. S&P 200 is up overall. I think that just shows there is some confidence in the market and just no sort of I don't think people are really thinking that this China spat is going to hurt the broader economy as much as it is at the moment, versus, I think, because we've had such a big sell-off, what's going to come next. So I think this week will be generally a risk on. I still see some further gains on the market broadly. I was still looking at the altcoins for some nice little profit taking, little 4-5% profits. Bitcoin itself further drop down, we will be looking at buying in. If it pumps up and has that pump over 11, we'll be looking at selling our holdings. As I said, oil, I need to give some reason. It needs to drop off, or it needs to give me some reason to get into oil. Gold, looking for any upside to short it over 1800, looking any further weakness towards 1700 to go long. That's the general strategy I'm keeping to. As always, I'll reassess this every 24 hours. Always look before I get in, and always use further market indicators and also fundamental analysis, not just the TA. So happy trading for the week ahead. I hope you have plenty of profits, and we'll check in soon.